And now, Action Line 2 and 13, with your Action News team, Dan Stillinger, Glenda Miller, Stale Barker, Still Knutson, Farsi Christensen, Saab DeWall, Stooge Steele, Larry Dirksen, and commentary by Jim Neal with Simon the Antelope.
Amelia Earhart says it was all just a big joke.
Residents at Dorset Home demand disco.
Large puppies invade wall, supply of ice water dwindling.
Large monkey derails train near Ulrichs.
State Board of Regents for Higher Education voted Thursday to discontinue all state colleges and replace them with grain bins. When asked why this move against college education was made, one regent from Midland couldn't comprehend the question, while another from Canton made some remark about not meeting no more progress. Kevin?
Thanks, Dan, but my name's not Kevin. Today was a sad day for the residents of Lead. This morning when they awoke, they found pranksters had stolen the Home State gold mine. No one is yet sure who the hooligans were, but at press time, local law enforcement had received unconfirmed reports of the Yates shaft riding in the back of a 1968 Dodge pickup through Miles City, Montana.
Well, Spearfish has a new statue project to be constructed on Spearfish Mountain. The Christ on the Mountain project has been scrapped, so residents of the Queen City have decided on a Jim Seward on the Mountain statue instead. The new monument will express the feelings felt by the Spearfish people for their mayor. Here, an artist's conception of the proposal captures the scene voted on as most symbolic by the Spearfish residents.
Ezra Kind has been found. Yes, the pioneer gold seeker and author carver of the famous Thornstone was discovered after all these years by our KETA reporters living in a most unusual place. Glenda Miller reports. Glenda Miller reports.
We're here at the City Hall, Keystone, where Ezra Kind lives quietly in this Chamber of Commerce information booth. Ezra, you certainly must have some interesting stories to tell us about your adventure in the early Black Hills. Tell us about your narrow escape with the Indians, but that you carved into the sandstone stab now known as the Thornstone.
Well, it wasn't much really. I just got away. I do think you'll enjoy the poetry I've written here, and well, I do think I've done some nice sandstone flowers on these designs here.
Yes, that's all very nice, but perhaps you could give us
Fame today here in Rapid City with a goose-stepping polka parade extravaganza and a Bell Youth rally and picnic. Bell sported a smart red and black leisure suit as he addressed a crowd about the evils of communist pajama parties and lesbian horticulturist groups. Bell is, of course, trying to raise $1 million in his bid against George McGovern for the 1980 Senate seat. One way he has devised to make money is to have a portion of each speech devoted to Leo Thorsness' 1974 GOP Senate hopeful. Thorsness uses the time for singing soft disco and doing Arthur Duncan dance routines. Well, rumor has it that sculptor Korczak Zalakowski has been bluffing us for over 30 years with his Crazy Horse Mountain project. It was reported today that two teenage tourist girls mistakenly found plans for what he really intends to do with the mountain. The girl stated that that he has a master plan to carve the mountain into the shape of Eleanor Roosevelt in drag.
British correspondent Reginald Vasteffens here. A pilgrim woman tried to swim across the Atlantic yesterday and drowned.
No, did you see her hair was? Oh my God. The City Council of Bellefouche voted last night to change the name of their once famous cattle town. The name is a bit unusual, but nonetheless interesting. The new name is Old Woman with Pink Socks Rubs Oatmeal All Over Her Dog. Why the council and people of Bellefouche, Old Woman wearing pink socks rubs oatmeal all over her dog, decided to do this, no one knows for sure. When interviewing the town's mayor, he said, and we quote, "Well, we decided we needed a change, and this seemed like a good way to start. We're also proposing that Butte County change its name to Little Johnny Rides His Bicycle to School Every Morning. The state legislature has tabled that request temporarily."
A happy note from the world of medicine today. Doctors at the Mayo Clinic said today that their cancer research team was closer to finding evidence in what causes 85% of most cancers than they have ever been before. They said
Until they said they had the lowest prices in town, but we knew better.
With that information just learned, doctors say it may be already too late to stop those 80 million Americans involved in that favorite pastime. And now, a scene from this week's feature movie. Gidget, goes to Knutson's. We're in the state legislature with our peer correspondent, Shmoo Shmeel. For today in the state legislature, this governor, woman, and had a big party lampshaded with drunken asses, George Congress, state chairman, head of the stuffed moose into her huge, shredded and shredded co-dresser David Volk said today that this seemed to be a fairly normal session in South Dakota. There have been stories of strange disappearances in Lawrence County lately. No one has been able to tell why these things have been happening. Today's weather brought to you by Communist Family Insurance. Communist Family Insurance, all your family's protection under one roof collectively.
Today's weather was nice, as you can see here by our map. 3,000. Let's take a look out our weather window to see what it's like outside right now. Is that a 1948 Packard down there? I think it is. Is there a 1948 Packard or...
No, that's a 50 Hudson.
No.
State Highway Patrol Radio reports that clear out Black Hills area and with highways snow-packed and icy in both Pennington and Lawrence counties. I-90 east of Rapid City until 10 miles west of Kadoka. Conditions and Stockman's warnings in effect for Harding and Ziebach counties. Conditions will be updated as conditions improve. Thank you.
And they came from all over China to help the Americans in their revolutionary cause.
KETA TV 213, Rapid City, Nemo. And what did you think of that new show?
I thought it was very nice, but we don't have much time for that now. All God's children got shoes.